Hi there everyone, welcome. This video is going to give you an idea of how to read guitar tablature. So above us, up here, you can see 4 bars of guitar tablature. So first of all, the bar is indicated by seeing a line. So first of all, from left to right, we have 1 bar, then we have 2 bars, 3, and 4. So the line is telling us at the end, it's the end of the bar, and at the end here is the 4th line. So it's the end of the bar, end of the 4th bar. So there's a few things you need to understand, first of all. One being that the numbers on the guitar tablature represent the numbers of the frets on the guitar. So guitars typically have between 21 to 24 frets, depending on which guitar you have and what type of guitar. So these are the frets, here and down here. You're only seeing half my guitar divided in 2 for my 2 hands right now, but you can see these are all of the frets. So the example that I've created is only going to use position 1 here. It's going to use the frets 1, 2 and 3 and the open guitar strings. This is because the chords that you're going to be learning are in the open position. So it's best for us to understand how to read tab in the open position here anyway. So next we need to work out which of these lines represent the guitar strings. So to understand this, we're going to look at the very bottom of the tab first. So from the bottom up. So here, the bottom line is going to be our E string. So it's the E string at the bottom here. Then the line above the bottom string is an A string. E string, A string. Then the next line above that, D string. The next line above that, D string. The next line above that, B. The next line above that, E. So the bottom line on the guitar tablature is the low E. And the top line from left to right here is the high E. So reading from the bottom of the guitar tab up with the lines, we have E, A, D, G, B, E. Now let's take a look at the first bar, and this will make more sense to you once I've explained this. The first bar only has zeros in it. Remember that I said the numbers represent the frets on the guitar? So there's a 0. We don't have a 0 fret, which can only mean that the 0 is an open string. 0 indicates that you're playing an open guitar string. So there's 4 zeros in this bar up here. 4 zeros. The first one is the bottom string. Well, the bottom line, which we've already established, is this, the low E. Bottom string. We call this the bottom string. Top string, high E. Bottom string is the low E. So that's an open string on the low E. Then the string above that, or the line above that, is going to be an A. It's another open string. It's a 0, so it means play open. Then, again, up here, above that, the line above that, second line from the bottom, is a D string now. And it says 0, so open again. Now notice the line above that, which is actually a G string, there's nothing on there, so we're not playing that. We're playing the line that is 1 below the top now, the very top line on the guitar tablature. Remember, the top line is an E, so below that is a B. We play that open. It tells us to play an open string, so it's indicated with an open string. So this bar here, the first bar, would sound like this. There's 4 numbers, 4 lines you can see, spaces here, which means we're counting to 4. This entire thing is in 4. You'll see that by the numbers at the start. 4, 4 means we're counting to 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you count 1, we're playing an open low E string like this. 1, 2, open A string. 3, open D string. 4, not the G string, it's the B string. Open B string now. So it would sound like this. If I count to 4 and then I'll play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the number stops there, which tells me that we don't let the number ring out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's look at the second bar where we can now see numbers higher than 0. Up here, the first number in the second bar is a 2. And it's on the second line from the bottom. So this is the bottom. 1, 2. Second is a D string, see? So it's fret 2 of the D string. Then the next one is fret 1 of the string that's 1 from the top, which is up. Okay, it's a B string, fret 1. Then here we have a 2, and that's below. So below, okay, the string below here, it's going to be a fret 2 of the G string. Now, take a look at this. We have 2 numbers at the same time. That means that indicates that we should play both frets at the same time, or both notes at the same time. Frets, because this isn't showing you any notes, it's only showing you numbers. So this means we play fret 3 and fret 2 at the same time, here of the A and D string. So it would look like this. With your third finger, you would place your third finger on fret 3 of the A string, and your second finger on fret 2 of the D string. And you'd play those together, like this. At the same time. So, that second bar would sound something like this. I'm going to go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. This isn't for musical purposes, this is just to help demonstrate how to read guitar tablature. Now let's turn our attention to the last bar here. Now you can see it tells you to play a chord. So the good thing is it tells you how to play a C, it tells you the chord diagram, shows you the chord diagram in small form, and it also tells you the frets, the numbers of the frets. So you could just say, okay, we play a C, I know that. C, I know a C chord, great. C. But the tablature is telling you specifically where your fingers go, along with the chord diagram. So, if we take a look at it, the A string here is a 3, the D string is a 2, then there's a 0 on the G string. Remember the 0 means we play open. And there's a number 1 on the B string, and there's another open 0 on the high E down here, which is the top line of the guitar tablature. Now that's a C chord. So they're all on top of each other in a line, which means we play them simultaneously. This is a chord here. It's a C chord. So this line is going to be this bar, the fourth bar, will be a C chord. Then fret 2 of the D string, open G string, fret 1 of the B string. So it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll allow the camera to focus and I'll play that one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what reading guitar tablature entails. going from left to right, like reading like normal, and looking at the numbers on the strings to indicate which frets to play. So this entire thing together would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, I'll turn the volume up more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, there's nothing here in third bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that once more slowly. Unfortunately, I'm unable to use my finger at the same time to show you from left to right. So just count each number. And then when we get to the third bar with no numbers, we're still counting 4. It's all about counting. That's the key here, which will help you be able to play along with a beat, or playing time, or have good rhythm, and also if you want to read tablature. Some people, you don't have to read tablature from left to right like this. I will point out tablature in music notation is definitely desirable to be able to read left to right all the time and play like this. Like to read music like this, but actually at the very, very start, and for most guitar players, this is just a learning tool. Tablature is used to accompany your learning for a song that you already know, or to play a chord that you've already seen. It's a way of helping support your learning and being able to digest something rather than just learning it by ear. So, all together, this sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you are. And that's how to read guitar tablature. But what I want you to take away from this, if anything, I would like you to take away the fact that the numbers here on the tablature represents the numbers of the guitar frets. It could say 7 on the A string, for example. It could say 5 on the G string, maybe. 2 on the D string. However, in this course, you are only going to see numbers from 0 to 3 in this position, so don't worry about that. But it's definitely important to know that, considering that you might want to be able to learn, or you might want to look at tablature that uses numbers or frets higher than 1 to 3. Then, when they're stacked on top of one another, like this at the end, remember that you play them at the same time. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and as always, keep practicing.